The following program is paid for and sponsored by Life Extension Foundation.
Thank you for joining us. The need to promote a better understanding of Israel is greater than ever. Our special show today will take us to Israel, a land of great achievements and history, the historic homeland of the Jewish people who were exiled and persecuted for over 2,000 years, and now, since 1948, have returned to rebuild, turning barren land into fertile green fields and making the desert bloom. Israel is also a world leader in high-tech, research and industry, in medicine, education, culture, and so much more. Israel has successfully absorbed immigrants from all over the world and has also defended itself in several wars in which its Arab neighbors had hoped to wipe out and destroy Israel. But fortunately, they were all soundly defeated. Throughout all of this, the country remains the one shining star of democracy in the Middle East. Our program today is a tribute to the IDF, the Israel Defense Forces, and all who defend the land of Israel and its right to exist. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Benny Gantz, the former IDF Chief of Staff, very clearly make these points.
Israel's Independence Day is a time for us to consider what makes Israel truly unique. Israel is unique in restoring sovereignty and the capacity for self-defense to a people who had been stateless and powerless for 2,000 years. Israel is unique in ingathering to an ancestral homeland and exiled people who had been scattered around the globe. Israel is unique in having become a global technological power despite the fact that we face threats faced by no other nation on earth. Israel is unique in the Middle East for having a vibrant liberal democracy where women are equal, minorities are free, and where all are subjects to the rule of law. But Israel is unique in one other important way. We are unique in having such passionate friends, Jews and non-Jews alike, for whom the well-being, security, and future of our country is so important. This passionate support, along with Israel's strong army, free economy, and dynamic society, is the pillar of our national strength. And this Independence Day, I want to thank the tens of millions of friends of Israel throughout the world for their unwavering support for the one and only Jewish state.
Hatikvah, the national anthem of the State of Israel, with its moving and inspiring message of hope. Israel has always wanted peace, but the Arab countries surrounding Israel, even though they have endless land and endless oil wealth and resources, most of them still refuse to make peace or even recognize Israel's right to exist. And this is despite the indisputable fact the Jewish people have lived in their ancestral homeland for over 3,000 years. More than 1,600 years, in fact, before Islam existed.
Children cannot go beyond their front yards to play in order to be near safety if there is a Tzeva Adom alert.
اليهود هم اليهود، هؤلاء هم الذين يجب أن يذبحوا ويجب أن يقتلوا.
גם תפילה אחת מפי כל שנבקש הוא
يهي يهودي من خلفي، تعال مقامك ونحن نقطعها، والله لا نقطعها أيها اليهود. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر.
On 9/11, with the destruction of the World Trade Center, there was a general response in the Muslim world of delight.
وأشرف القتل وأعظم الشهادة هو أن يقتل الإنسان في سبيل الله.
This is the Holy Land. This is the place where the message of eternal peace burst forth and captured the imagination of the entire world. It's still a job that is before us. We have a lot of things to do to achieve that peace. But I want you to know in this holiday season that we send you our best tidings for peace in your lives and peace around the world.
עוד יש מפרש לבן באופק מול ענן שחור כבד כל שנבקש.
The Jewish people has been handling or dealing with the same challenges for the last probably several thousand years. Keeping our operational capabilities and staying strong is a very important one, because the first time we won't be strong enough, we won't be here.
The strength of the IDF is not only in its machinery, it's first and foremost in the people.
People that are fighting all the time, staying on the field, dealing with quite difficult missions, knowing really that someone cares. It's also the relation between the Jewish people and the Jewish nation.
The volatile Middle East seems over the years to constantly experience one drama after another. In the last few years, we've seen what began as unrest develop into riots and violence. Some of it more dramatic, with dictators dethroned and replaced by unknown new leaders who may or may not improve their countries or contribute to peace in the region. Some of these spontaneous or orchestrated uprisings have also been suppressed. Some were supported by the West, and other uprisings, such as the protests in Iran, were largely ignored. Some countries, such as Jordan, have better relations with Islamists and opposition groups. Some people are saying that what we saw in Egypt was not a popular revolution, but a succession of power orchestrated by the military.
This past year will go down in history as one of the unprecedented revolutions and changes throughout the Middle East. These changes have presented the State of Israel with new security challenges on all fronts, and we must prepare ourselves to deal with these threats in the future. Only a strong military is capable of contending with the complex challenges and threats ahead. The efforts made in the past year by the IDF, as well as by other militaries, have demonstrated that this battle can be won. During the past year, the IDF has made great strides in improving its operational response and capabilities through large-scale exercises and drills, by redefining and strengthening our routine defense activities on all fronts, and by developing technologically advanced systems such as the Iron Dome, which has thus far been deployed in 3 towns to protect more than 500,000 civilians in southern Israel from rockets fired at populated areas by terrorist factions. Even at this festive occasion, we must remember the IDF soldiers who are missing in action, held in captive, and cannot rejoice their holidays table. We all join in prayer and share the hope that during this coming year we will see their release, while the IDF will continue to operate to bring them home. We also mourn the loss of those who are no longer with us. We hold the brave families close, standing with them side by side. In the year to come, we will continue to stand strong against those who seek our demise, and as always remain the shield of the Jewish people worldwide. We do so even as we pray for security and peace, and though the IDF must be prepared for every possible scenario, we seek peace with all who lives with us in harmony. We eagerly await the fulfillment of the prophet Isaiah vision. Nations shall not lift up sword against nations, neither they shall learn war anymore. To the people of Israel and to all the Jews around the world, Happy New Year, Shana Tova.
Life Extension Foundation was established in 1977 and has grown to become the world's largest consumer-based anti-aging organization. Life-saving achievements taken for granted today were pioneered by Life Extension Foundation decades ago. Life Extension is currently funding $10 million a year in research on significantly extending a healthy human lifespan. Diseases that once plagued humanity have largely been eradicated by scientific innovation. 3 leading causes of death in 1900 compared with how people die today. Smallpox killed millions before it was eliminated in 1979. Life Extension funds research to fight biological aging so that it also will become a relic of the past. Log on to lifeextensionfoundation.org.
Find magic again. Sprout by HP. With Intel RealSense technology inside, now you can bend the rules of creativity outside.
Here is a very true and compelling thought. Israel has always wanted peace, and if the Arabs would put down their weapons, there'd be no more war. If Israel put down its defensive weapons, there'd be no more Israel. Now we here on the Shalom Show would much rather focus on positive and inspiring subjects, but the truth is people in the USA, Europe and worldwide are constantly being attacked, and the Jewish people as well, especially in their homeland Israel. And they must defend themselves and depend upon the men and women of the Israel Defense Forces to protect their homes and their families.
My name is Healy. I am Mem Tironim. It means I'm an officer in the boot camp in the Army. And that's what each boot camp is different for each kind of soldier, their background, where they come from, based on those general aspects of who they are, and then they kind of come to here and we do the basic training. I think that because of the characteristics of the girls that we handle, a lot of times they come from really difficult backgrounds that make this experience all more meaningful for them. And I think it also puts them to the test. I mean, the Tironut in a way brings you to a lot of different points of frustration and hardships, and the whole concept of how we deal with it and how they grow from it. That's exactly what makes it more meaningful for each soldier.
Hi, my name is Shailandau. I'll be talking to you today about what we'll be doing here. We'll be capturing the hills, my whole pluga, which pluga is my whole unit. We've been practicing for months now. We've been physically training very, very intensively so we can be ready for this, because it's a lot of walking, a lot of running, and it's very, very difficult. But we all feel very ready, very excited, so we really feel ready.
Shira Landau is a soldier in the Caracal unit of the IDF, a unit tasked with protecting Israeli borders. After months of intensive training, this will be their final test, the capture of a local hill. It is the largest drill of their training and is made all the more intensive due to the use of live fire. If the soldiers pass the test, they will be allowed to graduate into active duty and become operational soldiers in the IDF. Starting in the early morning hours, the drill begins with a briefing of the day's exercise. Their instructor knows that he is largely responsible for the success or failure of his soldiers in the field. Following their briefing, they deploy to take their places. What begins as a routine patrol soon develops into a combat situation when the unit is informed of the enemy's presence in the area. The soldiers' coordination is flawless as they take the hill. Because vertical terrain inherently favors the king of the hill, the soldiers' advanced technique is made all the more important if their capture is to be a success.
Prior to the army, I was always a big patriot. Like every summer I would come to Israel for a month, and I was always like really fascinated watching the soldiers, and I would always question them and go on loads of forums, and I don't know, I was always really fascinated by the army world for some reason. And when I was studying there, I realized I think that's the choice for me. It feels really good. Like I was really excited and nervous before, and I didn't know how it would turn out because we're a big unit. It's about 100 of us, so we didn't know how it would turn out. So many of us like capturing the hill together, but it was incredible, and we've got really good feedback, and I've got like such an adrenaline rush right now, and I just don't know what to do with myself. I'm just really excited. On the other hand, I'm pretty sad because it's all coming to an end. Like the last 6 months have been incredible. It's been an experience that I can even dream of, and no matter how many people were telling me it's going to be a really special experience for me, like I couldn't have dreamt of this. It's been so unique, and physically I feel really good, and emotionally, and although I'm missing my family every day, I feel like I'm in such a good place, and spiritually I'm getting stronger, and I just feel really good.
The main objective is just to take over the facility that they have the hostages, okay? As many attackers that they have, many terrorists, just to plan everything and to take control of it, take down the terrorists and free hostages.
The reason we are here because there's nobody else to do that. We have families, we have children, but when the time comes, we just run and do what we have to do. In Hebrew they say Mishehu. Mishehu, it's us, which means someone. And there's nobody else, just us. This is why we are here, instead of being with our children and family. Maybe one day it will be different, and I won't have to wear this mask.
Jerusalem.
We conclude this special edition of the Shalom Show in the hope there'll be peace in the Middle East and for all people worldwide. Thank you for being with us.